let me throw this one at you. Coach Tom Izzo here on the Rich Eisen Show. The NCAA approved a rule change on Wednesday, allowing kids, athletes, and athletic department staff members to bet on professional sports starting November 1st. What's your 2 cents on that one?
God, you're my friend, even though you're a Michigan guy, and you've really been a good friend, and you've been great, and you're really good to my best friend.
Yes.
I got a season ahead of me. What the hell are you asking me questions? I'm just going to get bombarded on.
No, all right. So but I'm just saying.
I'll answer it. I'll answer it.
It's another thing you've got to worry about, I imagine. No? Yeah.
Well, since they legalized gambling, we have to worry about that. I mean, if I showed you texts on players that miss a free throw at the end of the game and we win by 10 instead of 11, I mean, they're killing him. So there's problems. You saw the gambling issues on TV yesterday, and I mean, I don't know anything about it, but what I do know is money that you have in your pocket brings a lot of opportunities, some really good and some really bad. And at 18, 19, 17, I'm not sure. I know this, Rich, I wouldn't have been able to handle it. I promise you, Mariucci wouldn't have been able to handle it. And I'm betting Rich Eisen wouldn't have been able to handle
it. Tom, you are not wrong, man. And it is something, no, I'm serious. It's something my wife and I do, occasionally bring up to our kids that this is some real life adult stuff that's going to be crossing their paths at an age that they should feel free to reach out to us and not try and sweep under the rug where something can get worse. I mean, it's serious responsibility. That's the sort of thing that we talk about with them. And you're not wrong, man. You are not wrong.
And we talk about it, too, to them. But there's so many people out there that are in these kids' ears. I call them dirtbags and distractions. We have a lot of distractions right now. And we have a lot of people. I mean, who funnels to money? A lot of people funnel to money that maybe aren't in the kid's best interest. And so, I got a lot of things I feel, and yet I understand I'm only one person that thinks about things, but I will promise you this, and I will say this publicly. There's not a day that I want to do what's best for the profession. I want to do what's best for Michigan State. I want to do what's best for the kid. Mariucci and I, we got a chance to live our dreams, Rich. He ended up at the NFL. I ended up at Michigan State and played for a national championship. We got to live our dreams. And my only mission now is to help kids live theirs. And yet, boy, there's a long way between when you're 22 and when you die at 80 or 90. And one of our jobs is to make sure those next 60, 70 years are better than the first 20. I'm just not sure the way we're doing it, we're going to accomplish that. We're going to see in a couple of years what happens to the kids that have made a lot of money and now go to what did you start out at, Rich? How much money did you make?
Tom, I don't know if I have that piece of paper here in front of me because I found it because I was cleaning out my office. I have a piece of paper from my first news director at my first job in Redding, California, KRCR Television, an ABC affiliate, where he slid a piece of paper across me after I was on the job for 3 months. It was stapled at the top. Darn it, I wish I had it right next to me. And it was my raise, and my raise from $6.40 an hour to $6.70 an hour. That's how I started in the TV business. It was a 30-cent raise. It was a 30-cent an hour raise. And first of all, I thought he was firing me. He pulled me into an office to say your probationary period's over as he slid this piece of paper across from me. That's how I started. That was my start.
I know for a fact you make a lot of money now because I know you do. Number one, it's the only way your wife's probably still with you. But number two, and more important, just think if all of a sudden you went back to making $40,000, $50,000 a year, which is going to happen to 90% of these kids. I just worry where they're going to be. So I'm all for paying players. I think there's got to be caps on it. I'm not a big guy in the transfer rule. And I don't think, I'd like to bring Magic Johnson back for his last 2 years.
That. Yes.
feasible.
I love it. I love it. Oh, yes. So wait a minute. My producer, Mike Hoskins, has it. There it is, $6.50 to $6.90. That's it right there. 40-cent raise. I'm not kidding you. Look at that. February 95. February 95. There it is. So you're saying if I was making this, my wife wouldn't be with me right now? Is that what you're saying to me right now, Tom?
Yeah, I got married a little later in my life because my mother used to come down here, and I was making like $5,000 a year at 28 as a GA. And she'd say, when are you going to get married? And I'd say, when are you going to find me a woman that'll marry me for $5,000 a year? You know, it just didn't happen.
Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app, 12 to 3 Eastern.